Close your eyes. Now imagine, it's 1500 on a Friday. You have already wrote a 5-paragraph order on how hard you are about to rage this weekend. You have given the warno to your soldiers that they better not fuck up and pump the brakes on your weekend get down, or you will bring down an ungodly firestorm on their asses, so intense that it will probably take 20 years off of their lifespan. You ensured all tasks have been completed and that everything has been cleaned by Joe. You are ready for the 1600 safety brief to come, so you can get home and cut loose. But hold on. The darkness that is your platoon sergeant just morphed into the office. His facial expression says it all. Whatever information that is contained within the Sergeant First Class is going to prohibit you from going home at 1600. You pray to whatever God you believe in, hoping that maybe he's just pissed off because he just got hit up with surprise brigade staff duty. But you stop, you know better than to hope after being in the army for over 7 years. You're a goddamn staff sergeant, stop hoping. Your platoon sergeant lays on the bad news. You have a surprise LPD. And guess what? It's about the new NCOER. Your blood pressure spikes, your palms are sweaty, knees weak, MRE spaghetti. You start wondering if you are having a stroke. You try to calm yourself down by talking to yourself. Why are you mad? Why is this the end of the world? What if it's quick, like 20 minutes? Hey, I might need to know this information. Then it hits you, like a lightning bolt just struck you on the dick. There has been an awakening. You are only slightly mad about not going home on time, for this almost always happens to you. You are not mad because of the subject, there's no doubt there will be good information put out. What is causing the stroke-like conditions is that you are thinking about your fellow peers that will be in attendance. You know who I'm talking about. The random E6 or E7 that nobody knows. He spends his days hidden in the shadows of battalion or higher. He is fat and usually rocks a high and tight. Or maybe it's the super hoo female that takes everything super fucking serious as if the brief is a life and death situation. These faggots are usually the people assisting first sergeants, and sergeants major herd everyone to the front row while they stand in the back bullshitting with others that participate in such fuckery. These are also the repeat offenders of asking stupid fucking questions directly after the brief. Well, now it's 1600. You are sitting in uncomfortable chairs, bleachers, or the fucking floor. You pull out your phone and start playing games. You've been playing for a while, so you check the time. It's 1640. All the senior NCOs and the person giving the brief are simply bullshitting in the corner. Then all of a sudden the people I mentioned earlier start herding you to the front rows. You are now in the front fucking row. The LPD finally kicks off over 45 minutes late. Whatever, at least it started. This is the 15th time you've heard this brief, but you try to listen in case you missed something last time. The person giving the brief is some S1 Pogue E6 or E7. They try to assert dominance during the brief, but nobody takes them serious since they are paper pushers. Everyone gives them a pass, since this moment is their time to shine. The pinnacle of their career. Today is what all their training up to this point was for. Pogue D Day. The brief basically covers how HRC made a new NCOER, cause of those motherfuckers who will give anyone they rate that has a pulse a 1-1. Now everything is fucked up in the world of NCO promotions. Everyone who submitted a packet for the Sergeant First Class board has nothing but 1-1 NCOER. The board doesn't know what to do. 1-1 across the board, no matter how fat, how many APFT failed, how many DUI, everyone is excellent at being an NCO and is among the best. You agree there must be change, so you kind of welcome the NCOER, although it's kind of gay. It's been about 35 minutes and you know the PowerPoint is just about over. But wait. Fuck. It's the any questions slide. You nearly break your neck as you whip your head around to scan for any assholes behind you. It's been 25 seconds with no questions, you think you are in the clear. The briefer says okay if nobody has a question, that everyone is dismissed. Your heart fills with happiness, you are free at last. But before your brain can communicate with your legs to stand up, somebody yells out, "I have a question." You immediately want to murder this asshole in some barbaric way from the Saw movies. You stay seated. You talk yourself down from committing murder. It's just not worth it. This person is a fucking asshole. During this whole brief, this person was doing equations in his, or her head. How can I waste everyone's time, they pondered. They just finished the equation, and now for the drum roll. They ask, "Sergeant, how can I achieve a top block NCOER?" This kicks off another 10-minute discussion. Then, as in Spartacus, everyone takes their turn standing and saying, "I have a question." It continues. "Sergeant, how can I rip off the new system so that I get the equivalent of a 1-1 NCOER? Sergeant, so what you're telling me is that if I'm rating an E6 that getting their first look I rate over my other NCOs I rate? Sergeant this, Sergeant that. It's getting out of control at this point. You want to DDT these motherfuckers. All of these closet shitbags are exposing themselves at a high rate of speed. You can simply look at who is asking the questions and there you have it, the people responsible for devaluing the old NCOER. You realize that your time being wasted right now, had been plotted long ago. The moment that these asshats that are asking stupid fucking questions got their first rocker and started rating people, they were on a collision course with your free time. Welcome to 2016. The questions continue for about 20 more minutes. You experience it all. Questions about how to cheat the system, questions about the ridiculous sharp bullet and where it goes, and the fucking personal questions. All of a sudden an old crusty E6 stands up. The room goes silent. The elder is about to speak. He's been a staff sergeant since 1999. He has a deep southern accent. He starts his question. It's a personal fucking question. How does he fix his last NCOER, because his last rater was a complete asshole that abused him identically to what was seen in the Passion of the Christ? You think to yourself, why the hell has the staff sergeant been a staff sergeant since before the global war on terrorism? Maybe, he asks stupid personal questions his whole career, or maybe he just sucks at his job, I don't fucking know. What the fuck? You get dizzy. You black out. Your friend wakes you up. You were out for 20 minutes. It's over. Your buddy helps you to your feet and assists you out to your car. It's finally over, the weekend has begun. It's 1900. Your plans are for the most part ruined. The army has fucked you again. You go home and hit the bottle and fall asleep about an hour later. The end. I'd like to dedicate this episode to the stupid fucks that ruined the old NCOER for everyone. I'd also like to thank the fat E7s, people with stupid and or personal questions at briefs, female senior NCOs that don't follow hair or nail regulation that are complete bitches to everyone, and spotlight NCOs that only do things for NCOER bullets. Fuck all of you.